Namaste, everybody. This is Ayushi, and welcome to the very first podcast of mine, My Letter. One thing that I noticed we all are excellent at is delaying our happiness. So, the first episode of my podcast is dedicated to all the delayers of happiness. Look into what all is going to make you happy, rather joyful. Much, in fact, most of it will be completed in years. We expect babies, we expect passing an examination, getting a thicker paycheck, collecting sufficient money to purchase a new house and meet all the financial obligations. We try to find a suitable partner or getting visa to move to another country. One thing is common amongst all, and that is these are the matters of at least months, if not years or decades. However, the moment we return to the present, we find ourselves insufficient to be reasonably happy. And in turn, long-term imagination becomes difficult. When I was facing severe anxiety because of my inability to settle on any career, I got severe thumping of head that would last for weeks. It seemed like it was the end of it, and I thought I would never be able to go back to my work. I wouldn't eat or nourish my body. I would lay down for hours in a row in unhealthy poses as well. I would get painful stiffness in my muscles, talk to nobody for days. I wouldn't even see life in others and would treat them with apathy. Humaneness was one value I must say that I kept at the top of my value ladder. When I felt apathetic to me and others, it was a complete jerk to my emotional state, and I felt lifeless. No hopes. One worry took over all the other parts of life as well. Most of us have these kind of destabilizing experiences in our lives. No matter how much we keep telling ourselves that we have come out of them, they still remain with us somewhere. How can we take back the control of keeping the joy in our lives? One answer that seems better than anything else here, to me at least, is that we must take or deal with one day at a time. I once heard a story and I fell in love with that, and I'm so drawn to tell you all the story. A very ambitious and result-driven student went to a Zen master and asks, "Master, I worked very hard. How soon will I be enlightened?" Master looked up and said, 10 years. Okay, listen, if I work really hard, how soon will I be enlightened? 20 years. Wait, you don't get me. I am talking about... Instantly, Master raises his head and said, 30 years. And then explains, when you are obsessed with the outcome, all the hopes and cheers are placed on that one day, when you will be able to live perfectly. This takes away your ability to perform the best at present. If we want to realize the importance of one day, we must ask that wife who met her husband after serving a year straight in the armed forces, or a farmer who eagerly waited for clear skies to prevent the crop damage from untimely rains. I think a lot of us who work for someone realize the importance when we are 10 minutes late at office and get absent for the day. They say hope for the best, but when I practice that, it brings with it a lot more baffling emotion, that is the impatience. I do not want you all to hope for the best future, but certainly remind you of hope for the best today. By doing this simple change in our lives, we are readying ourselves for the longest battles ahead, one day at a time. We don't even know when we will get large enough events to be happy, but can definitely rejoice the 1 or 2 hours of micro achievements, one relaxing line of the conversation, the best tea or the coffee of the day, By the sleep time, if we did not have any destructive argument with the partner, or if by any chance we felt the coolness of the breeze, or found some productive video or podcast that motivated or inspired us, took somebody's support for our daily tasks, that's enough for being thankful at the end of the day. With all the envy that is around the big buildings, flawless body shapes, career achievements, and the rat race for the 5-letter word money, we forget to give our fresh attention to the incredible aesthetics of butterflies, the surrounding trees, the texture of the sand, and we realize the shortness of all these grand things. Nature seems heaven. Taking a day at a time is certainly going to overtake the big worries that too are not sure to happen. Thank you. Embrace happiness. Take one day at a time. Thank you. Bye.